Jim Jordan has made the commitment on this podcast publicly that if he is the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, he will establish an oversight and investigation subcommittee that can review the border, the Department of Justice, the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Prisons. I don't want to put you on the spot, but would that be the type of assignment that would be of interest to you, being that that is an issue portfolio you've already built out in the absence of that committee assignment?
Absolutely, Matt. I've been committee-less the entire time I've been here pretty much. Yes, that would be the type of committee work that I would like to take on, and I think the American people would like for me to be involved in that way.
Oh, I think that you've really used a lot of the tools that committees have, even in the absence of that. And frankly, a lot of people are grateful that the truth is coming out. And speaking the truth is, I think, what got you banned from Twitter, admonished by Facebook. And what's crazy to me, a lot of people are talking finally now about how unfair that was to you. I think so we had to encourage some of our Republican colleagues to speak out with particularity about you and how unfair that was to you. But no one really talks about the substance of what you were saying that is, in many cases, fundamentally accurate. You got a strike from Twitter for saying that if people were less obese, they would be less frail to COVID.
Yeah.
Is that something that's really in dispute anymore?
Well, it's very offensive to Twitter, but I want to dig a little deeper into this because I've done some research and uncovered some things that really bother me. COVID misinformation that isn't what Twitter is set up for. This is a platform where people are supposed to be able to speak their mind, share their ideas, communicate, socialize even. And for us as members of Congress, this is a place where we debate political speech.
Yes.
Now, me putting out information from the CDC.gov, the VAERS system, where people are self-reporting vaccine injury and death. This is something that absolutely should be talked about, especially by members of Congress, because we provide oversight over all of our government, right? This is what we do. And so for me to be suspended for tweeting things like that is a huge red flag. And I also want to point something out about my permanent Twitter suspension. President Trump was kicked off before me. And now I have been kicked off, and we are both the same kind of Republican, and we have the same type of support from the American people all over this country. So what does that say? That means Twitter hates a certain type of Republican. They hate you too, Matt, and they're probably going to come for you next.
I've been shadow banned, and frankly, they're dropping the shadow more and more.